Macho John, Ned, and Juanito. They call me in Mexico. It's about a half hour before sunset on Friday. It's going to be my last sunset. There's no way of knowing. It's not clear. I've been in and out of renal failure for 2.5 weeks in 3 different hospitals. Checked myself out, I think 4 days ago, from the Poor Person's Hospital in Playa del Carmen, and I was on everybody's bad list for doing that against medical advice, and somewhat violently. Nobody got hurt. Table got thrown over, water went flying. I screamed and swore, but I got myself the fuck out of there. Nobody who didn't walk that walk with me, who wasn't flat on their backs, hallucinating for 4 days, unable to get up, could know why my inner wisdom said, the next step in your healing, it's got to happen elsewhere, man. The doctor here in Akamal the next day said, when they took that catheter out that was keeping your ureter open, that ended your pee. So you won't pee anymore. Your bladder will fill up and it will explode and you'll die. But it didn't prove true. Starting later that day, little trickles started to come out. Involuntary, still almost entirely involuntary. Soaking my shorts, soaking my bedding over there. I took a nap for half an hour and woke up with my bedding all soaked. I don't have laundry facilities, but I've got 2 sets of sheets. So I rotate them, hang them out here in the wind and the sun. I'm not in as much pain because I was constipated for 6 days. I'm not. But the pressure in my belly is quite clearly my bladder filling up again. So the prostate tightens that up tighter. I'll be back in acute pain. But meanwhile, I've got some options. I oscillate. I go from thinking when my brother Dennis in Iowa called today and said, your landlord Marcos there in the Riviera Maya of Mexico says you're not doing good. You're not able to get up. I said, that's true. He says, well, you need to go to the hospital. I said, I won't go back to that poor person's hospital. And the poor person's hospital in Tulum, 30 miles south of here, looks terrible. If it's not socialized medicine here, way cheaper. The insurance and pharma and docs are not in cahoots like in the U.S. So people come here from U.S. and Canada to get their medical and dental. But a poor person is going to be very expensive to take an ambulance. Dennis is sending me 3,500 pesos from the U.S. If it ever gets here. It would get me in the door of a private hospital, and then maybe they would either do the prostate surgery or hold me until my check comes in 8 days. And I could do it then. But meanwhile, I'm saying, no, I won't go back there. I'm using it as a chance to teach. I live big. Most people live real small. My son lives terribly small. He hates me. Robert Earl Keen's song, Play a Chain Song. His old man was bigger than life and died with a smile on his face. And sang my favorite song lyric, got this moment I am living in and nothing else at all. Nothing else at all. It's all I got. It's the moment I live in. And I'm still teaching, still making those points to Dennis and Marcos, who are both very cautious. and saying, well, the money's not here yet. I'm not in terrible pain. I'm going to sit it out. I'm not screaming in pain. When I lay down and get back up, I yelp in pain. I don't scream in pain. If I am trouble getting up off the crapper, I do a karate ki. I scream, do it, Johnny! Do it! Now! Do it! And I do it. I respond to that. But that's maybe the last one of those I have in me. We'll see. I'm not in pain. Temperature is just right. Marcos and Ruby keep bringing me fluids. Beautiful vegetable soup today. And some kind of red juice that they have some kind of Mayan name. They're indigenous Mayan. I think it's like beet juice. But it gives me hope. That could get me peeing. That's the issue. To pee. So you want to hang out? I'll just talk.